What is up, my dudes and dudettes? We are working on another vehicle that's not blue. So today's Paul's Customs Garage episode is actually going to be fun. We are doing probably the first upgrade anyone should do to a Foxbody. Wouldn't you agree, Dad?
Yes.
And I'm surprised we haven't done this earlier, but my dad still has manual fan, not fans, but a manual fan on his 331 stroker and the Foxbody. So what we're going to do is do a SVE 50 Resto cooling fan swap, because that manual fan will not produce as much air as this one will. Plus, that thing sucks HPs, and we want all the HPs.
All the HPs.
All the HPs. So first, let's make a mess.
Yeah.
There's no way you can do that without making a mess.
Yeah. So let's pull.
But check out that billet idler pulley, my dude.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nicest thing on this car. The kit also came with the overflow tank, which is a super big win, because this one is not even zip tied, just single bolted on with a, I bet I could pull it up right now because that thing is cracked. Oh well, yeah, this thing is junk. Maybe you have a coolant leakage problem?
Yeah, tell me you have a coolant leak.
Yeah.
No coolant comes out when you pull the...
Yeah, that's how you tell you have a coolant leak. And nothing comes out of there. So to take the shroud off, you gotta take the fan off first. So we're taking the fan off, and while I'm in this little area, we did get a new pigtail for this connector and wiring harness to the AC compressor, because it's a little chewed up right there, and we think that that's possibly, see the connector, our reason that the AC isn't turning on, because we had this little easy chill AutoZone special thing with a little port at the end, not a port but an outlet that goes onto the inlet of the compressor, and if it was R12 it should not have fit, because that's R134 in the can and it fit perfectly. So theoretically that should be a R134 compressor, because R12 and R134 have different inlets when you recharge the system. Fan, hub, actually that's a new hub. So new hub, old manual fan and shroud is out. When you take that out, do make sure to try not to get this pulley out of line, because you still got to bolt it. You still got to put the bolts back in. They're 7/16, so we're gonna snag this up real quick. That way it doesn't come off, or doesn't miss a line, or the belt gets out of position and all that. So the fan actually just mounts like your shroud did, these two bolts up there, then it kind of just sits in those little clips. Focus right down there. We added two more because the kit came with them just for extra reinforcement, but theoretically that's how it should sit. All right, we had to make a couple of modifications here. We had to cut these tabs off right there, because this side is going in right here, and because this is not a naturally aspirated application, this is a forced induction with a V1 Vortex supercharger right here. It was kind of getting really close to our comfort right there on the tensioner right there. So we shaved these down. Then it was kind of weird, they had like nuts behind this backing piece right here, like these gold ones right there that I guess were like jam nuts, and it was kind of shoving this out a little bit. So we took those out to bring this in closer, because this will mount to the radiator like your shroud. So hopefully that fixes our issue. As long as it don't hit, right? Man, that is close.
Yep. I know.
Boosted problems. Check that out. Dude, I don't even know. Wow. As long as you don't hit. Oh, man. All right, we had to take the fans back out to install the overflow tank, but it wasn't that hard. There's already a pre-existing hole that we just use a little L-shaped bracket for, as you see right there. Then we had to make a custom one right there. It's not super flimsy. It's a little flimsy, but it's way better than the other one. That one was, where is it? It was junk. It was literally broken right there. So glad to have that. Then take out the cap. Yeah. So this bottom port right there goes to the radiator right there. Then this one is just your loss, because if your overflow tank's all the way up there, then you got bigger issues.
Yep.
Than losing coolant. So now to the wiring part, which is the best part, right? Wiring is awesome.
Wiring is awesome.
Not really. So this connector right here, there's one connector per fan, and this one I just shaved this little ear off where the locking tab goes over. Well, we're not gonna be able to use the locking tab because that's where the connector is and that's where the belt is. See, as you see, I have some clearance, no locking tab, but because the connector goes into the downward position, it should stay. There are little tabs on the side that hold it a little bit, but we should be good. So we're at a little stopping point for the wiring and the relays. I know it looks like a mess, but we're gonna clean it up, make it all nice, because we're supposed to have these inline fuses and we didn't get them in the package. Did it say if they're supposed to come in there?
It doesn't come with them.
Oh, so you gotta order them extra?
Yeah,
That's dumb.
it is.
Come on, Lamar, get your game up. Anyway, it says that, oh, right here, we need to take this fitting out with this connector and install this Y right in there. That way you can have that, which I believe is probably for the gauge in there, to go right there, and this side controls the fan with this sensor. So I can't tell already. I don't see how this Y is gonna fit right in there with that fuel rail. So what we're gonna do is we take this plug out of the thermostat housing and we're gonna see if we can ditch the Y and just put this directly in there. But there's an adapter, oh, right here. So put this in there first, then that right on top. All right, guys, back in the shop. So got some work done off camera. I didn't really film it because we're kind of focused on this, and I know wiring can be a little boring, but we got the actual connectors for the fans wired for the most part. This wire loom right here is a little messy right now, but we are going to clean it up a bit. But the engine bay is wired for, like I said, for the most part. We have to connect the grounds and find a common ground, but other than that, this harness, I guess you could call it, is going into the cab or cabin or whatever. Then this wire right here that he routed against the fuel rail is going into the cab as well, and that hooks up to the Dakota digital fan controller. Currently being the under the dash guy, pulling all these wires. So fine.
Okay, that's good. Don't pull any tighter.
Okay. All right, here's a little update. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been filming because wiring is boring to me. So if it's boring to me, I'm sure it's gonna be boring to most of y'all. But got the fuse taps. This is the stereo fuse we took out. Put a little tap in there. This is Jimmy rigged, I know, but this whole electrical system is Jimmy rigged. Just don't tell my dad that. This is a cigarette lighter one. Tapped into there. This wire goes to battery plus, so it's constant 12. Then this is ignition on, and that was the radio fuse right there. This purple wire is to be tapped into the AC compressor harness. This is the fan override, the AC override switch, and this is fan high. And we ran out of white wire, but tomorrow we're gonna get some, then plug it into fan low. So right now it's just on fan high, but that's the controller. Then the actual sending, the thermistor that's connected has these two little wires, and we're gonna try to figure out where those go to next. Okay, got the ground hooked up now. Dad's hooking up the batteries. Then we're gonna give this a shot and see if the fans come on. We are now trying to connect to the Dakota digital app. So weird. Well, is it connected? This is secretly a tracker by the FBI.
Probably. Is it really?
Oh. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Was that the Turbski? Fire that baby up.
At least we have it going the right way.
True that. All right, I did connect the new little pigtail on the AC compressor, so let's try to kill two birds with one stone, and hopefully the fans work, and hopefully the AC may work, come back on, but I doubt it will. I'll step on any wires.
Something just right.
Yep. So we think the reason that it killed the car and killed all the power is either popped the fuse wire, fusible link, this thingamawhopper on the car, a mega fuse, or we put a power wire where we shouldn't have. And I think that's it. So I moved one of the power wires going to the Dakota Digital and the fuse panel. I moved it, did a kind of a scotch lock, and put one straight to the battery, then to the Dakota Digital instead of it going to the fuse box. So hopefully that fixed it. Added a white wire for the fan low switch. Yeah, gonna give it a try. Hopefully we don't set. Oh, also moved the grounds. I moved the grounds because the grounds were the battery. I moved into the actual battery bracket. So hopefully we don't set the car on fire. Hopefully everything works. Hopefully it doesn't go again, start smoking up.
Yep.
All right. Still connected?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Sorry. Actually hit my thumb. Yeah, AC don't work, but still. Probably need a new compressor, but at least you know it's actually converted to R134, not R12, so that is a bonus. There's the settings. Should get up there pretty quick. The low is on. Okay, so actually the high was the passenger side one. That one is on, the low is not on. So we're trying to figure out what we missed, or if it's something with the app or the temperature that we set it at. So trying to figure that out right now. Both fans are on, which is a major success. Now, it was pushing out air, not pulling in air, but we reversed the polarity. Now it's pulling in air, which is what we want. So major success on the contour fans from LMR. I'll throw up this clip real quick. We got the AC compressor to kind of make some movement. As you saw in that clip, the movement seemed like it was kind of locked up. It was trying to turn, but it wouldn't. So we're going to diagnose that another day. But we're just really happy to get the fans working, and we're gonna go take this thing for a rip and see if we see any horsepower gains, you know, because we want all the HPs, and we want to see what the actual cooling temperature, or, sorry, not cooling temperature, what the water temperature is, you know, when you're doing rips and cruising around the town. So hopefully it'll improve. Before the contour fans with the manual fan, it was at roughly around 185-ish, 190-ish when you're just cruising, sitting at traffic or a stoplight. It went above the 200, the 205, 210-ish sometimes. So with the supercharger and the 331 stroker and, you know, a small engine bay, hopefully these contour fans will make a huge difference. So cross our fingers. Took it out for some rips. I didn't get any videos because I left my phone at the house, but it performed perfectly. Temperature didn't even go above 180, which is awesome. And, you know, it's about 90 degrees outside in this Texas weather. So when sitting in traffic and doing rips, you know, in Texas weather, having those contour fans is absolutely a must. So if you have a Foxbody or a project car and you're looking at getting some electric fans or contour fans, I highly recommend it. I got electric fan on my F100. We got dual electric fans with the shroud built into the radiator on blue. Then we just did the Mustang. So it's just, the way I see it is if you yourself are running through a hot summer day, you're gonna want to stay cool, right? So your engines, they're running in hot weather, summertime's coming up, whatnot. Time to keep them cool as well. That being said, if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel. We just passed 750 subscribers, so I'm super, super happy and grateful for that. Hopefully 1,000 next. So see you in the next video. Peace out.